Yeah, this is Chris West with That Sci-Fi Show live at DragonCon 2010, sitting with the cast of Eureka. I got Erica with me and Neil, Fargo.
Yay.
What's going on, guys? How you doing at the con?
We're busy, tired and hungry, but
all
it's
of
awesome.
The above. Yeah. But it's awesome.
Yeah, like actually getting to see and talk to the people and the fans has been amazing.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. It's like the reverse for you guys as well. I mean, all the fans come here to see you, but you guys get to come sit back and see all the fans that came to see you and get to see, like, you know, oh wow, you know, I didn't know I had this much of a following.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking sometimes.
You know.
Well, no, there's a difference between like people like writing something on the internet and actually coming out in person. And there's so many people, and
it's actually very cool.
Well,
like, you don't realize that there are as many people as there are. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they come out.
And plus, you can never really trust what people write on the internet, especially with anybody being able to say anything and edit anything, and you know, completely be able to change around and label you as something you're not.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of angry people on the internet. But I think it's like the internet sort of is like the 90% of it is angry people who have no one to talk to in real life. So it's just like, you know what I hate? By the way, Eureka's last episode was awful. You've lost a viewer. And I'll give you my opinion on it next week about how much I hate it too. You know, like, what? I hate Fargo. Well, especially this time.
Well, it's kind of like the old therapeutic trick of writing angry letters but not sending them, except with the internet. You have to send them or else nobody will get to read it.
Yeah. Or you send it and then all of a sudden you go, oh my god, what did I just do?
Didn't Google just put in a feature where you can undo that? Gmail, I think. They've got like a 25-second, like, that was a bad idea. I think so. I don't know, unless I was just like making this up in my head.
That's a great feature to have.
Neil, you need to go to Google and you need to pitch that to them because there have been too many drunk emails sent.
I think that's like the thing. I think that's what was the idea for it. Like,
I do the angry email. I start responding. Like I start responding to someone after I've read something, and then like, of course, as a female, my my hormones settle down, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, hate brains thinking. Okay, emotions move. Remove emotions. Okay, erase.
Didn't I steal your phone when you were gonna angry like tweet back at someone? And it was like, no,
right.
no.
Yeah, you totally did.
So you're lucky you actually have Neil here to help you prevent you from yourself.
It's true. It's true. They say him and Colin save me from myself often.
Give me the phone.
Give me the phone. Stop it.
So what kind of crazy antics, I mean, we all know the stories in Eureka, but what happens behind the scenes? What kind of craziness goes on? Obviously, I've been sitting here with you guys. You've been nonstop with, laughs and the jokes and just high energy. What's it like behind the scenes for everybody that doesn't get to see that?
It's constant. We really do though. Like I think a lot of people say that they get along really well and have fun, and I think they're liars. But we actually really do though. We get but you know what I mean? A lot of cast members, they're like, oh no, we really we get along
we're just
so
the best
well.
of friends.
And then they walk away and they're like, fuck you, no, I can't say that. Or you know what I mean? They're cursing at each other. But like we all get along really well, and we all really enjoy each other and have fun and goof off.
Well, it's been like 5 years of us working together now too.
But
so
like
it's
from
like
the get-go,
but yeah, from the get-go, yeah. Either at this point we would still like each other or we would all hate each other, and we don't. So we got on the,
We've actually grown closer.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that actually goes and shows in the show. And you've, like you said, you've been around for 5 years, and the series is not going away. Whereas most, especially with Sci-Fi Channel, you get 1 or 2 seasons, and then that's about it. You guys are the premier show for Sci-Fi Channel. Its own show that, Farscape and the other shows were taped elsewhere, but you guys are Sci-Fi's original show that has made the cut.
Yeah, we're very proud of that.
Yeah, and now we've got at least 23 episodes coming up. We're halfway through the second half of season 4, so that's 10 episodes.
And then we're doing another. Yeah, we've got guaranteed 13 for the 5th.
Yeah.
Really? So it's already scheduled for a 5th season as well.
Oh yeah, we got a 5th season. Yeah.
Even oh wow, that is great. I mean, you really don't see that nowadays, especially with you're in the pre-production of the 4th season. You're already signed for a 5th season. So Eureka is going to be around for a great time. Any spoilers or hints we can get for the 4th season? I know you said the season finale comes up next week, and we can't get any hints on it. But something for the 4th, maybe?
We got a lot of Will Wheaton and Felicia Day.
Yeah.
Oh, Wesley Crusher's going to be making an appearance.
Yeah, several. And we've also got Mr. Stan Lee comes in.
Oh yes,
does a little
Stan Lee is
cameo.
featured on our show.
He has really he is the master of the cameo.
Oh yeah, it was straight after he filmed the scene, not even like the day later. He filmed the scene, did his cameo, and went directly to the airport, flew over to Toronto, and I think did a cameo on oh no, what's it? Maggie Q, is that her name? What's that movie or the new show with the Nikita? There we go.
Ah, the new Nikita series.
Yeah, I think he went over and
that's
did a
great.
cameo on that right away. Yeah, he's just sort of like hopping around.
And did you get any interaction with Stan? Because he's kind of a little weird guy, or, legendary, as it would say.
The legend, the general. Yeah, he. Well, just put it this way: a lot of people came on the set that work on Eureka that have never been to set before. It's like, I'm just gonna come and check out
I didn't work
the
that
set.
day, but I came to the set.
Yeah, and so it was like, a lot of pictures were taken with Mr. Stanley.
Poor
and
guy
there's a
couldn't
lot.
even get out of the makeup trailer. He got in the makeup trailer. He was there for an extended period of time because everyone kept coming into the makeup. And people don't come to the makeup trailer.
Yeah,
Because
you
get
don't
the makeup
go in
done.
there. Yeah,
and
it's
every
kinda cramped and
crew,
small.
all the guys are walking in there.
People were coming up like from Fringe and Hellcats. Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, like
Oh, I
people from
didn't
the
know
crews
that.
from
That's
those because they filmed
great.
on the same lot as us.
Oh,
And like we're
that's
coming up
great.
with like some. I know one guy came up with a comic book that I guess he had self-published, and he was like, "I did this because you inspired me when blah blah."
Oh
And
my
like,
God, that's
yeah,
so
so he
sweet.
got all these presents and stuff, and it was like, wow,
Our,
Stanley, the
our
guy.
DIT, who's our digital imaging,
Tracker. I don't know.
something
I
like
don't know
that,
what he's doing.
who is an absolutely huge, his name's Jason, he's a huge fan of Stanley, and the first time Stanley was supposed to come to the show, he had the entire, monitor, everything dressed with anything to do with Marvel Comics. He had, Spider-Man everywhere, all of his comic books, he had so much stuff, and then he, literally almost cried the next day
Yeah,
when he didn't show up, and so this time he actually came into the makeup trailer and was like,
Yeah, and
it
Rick,
was cute.
our
It was
director of
super cute.
photography, was almost like he was like a father.
Aw,
Where he's
yeah.
like, no, pick three.
Three
Three
magazines.
things that you want signed.
That's great.
And that's it, because he had like a stack of 50 things, I guess, 50 comics
Oh,
for Stan.
that's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And yeah, our next, you know what, I'm proud to say that our season premiere next year for the 5th season is going to be, I think, a little even potentially better than our season premiere for the 4th.
It's
gonna be,
we've
there's
already got
there's-
sort of the arc for it. And it's
yeah, new
amazing.
twists, whole new twists, and
But that's
very,
like
very
way
More
beyond.
great, weird technology that's just going to make life better.
oh, it's just gonna be, it's
Yeah.
gonna be really cool, and I think
We've still got
science
the
fiction
second
fans
half of
everywhere
season
will.
4 too.
Yeah, we're
that
doing the
gets
second
it.
half.
Do you guys
Season
get to
4.
play with the little toys and gadgets that everybody gets to make? Because I mean, you look in the background, and there's all these things in the background, and all these great little toys and stuff.
Everything. It's bobblehead.
Yeah, I've got one. I have my bobblehead.
We all try to
Well,
break
a
his
lot of the
bobblehead,
things
but
are
we're like-
awesome. Like on the sets, you press a button and something does light up. Like it's not controlled by someone else. A lot of the time, you can fiddle around with things and it does stuff. So I'm guilty of fiddling.
got a lot of
Sometimes
gadgets.
Doing a
too
little bit
much.
of fiddling on the set.
A little
We
bit
got
of button
A
pushing.
lot of toys on that show.
I would
so.
imagine. I know myself. I'm a fiddler too, and whenever I see technology, I like to play with it. I mean, that's why I got into the whole radio aspect. Is I get to play with the whole mixing board now.
Oh, wicked.
Yep.
Sliders and knobs.
Now, I have a
There's
question.
not-
Any more crossovers for
Hopefully.
Eureka and Warehouse? Have they talked about it?
Yeah, I think that.
Because
that
I
they're
thought it
hoping
went
to-
over really
Yeah,
well.
Well, I mean, ratings-wise, it went over amazing. And yeah, critically, people seem
Yeah.
to really enjoy it. So I'm assuming that, yeah, they will. I don't
I
think
don't know if it would
Warehouse
be the
has heard
same.
yet.
I don't know if it would be the Allison and
Allison and you.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it would be that or
Perhaps you would go
potentially
over-
well, I don't know if it would be me, but maybe Saul come over or Carter
Yeah.
go there or maybe other characters. I don't know if it would be the same characters.
Yeah, it
but
all
who
depends on the
knows?
scheduling, but
Yeah.
you know.
Now, you guys have been working on Eureka for the last 5 years, and that takes up a lot of time to do a TV show like that. Is there any projects or something that maybe have come up that you wanted to do but couldn't because you were committed to Eureka, or a project that's coming up
Well,
that you
I got
want to
cast
do?
as Wonder Woman. Oh, no, that was my dream.
They're looking for a new Wonder Woman.
I know.
You'd make a really good Wonder
Chair for
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
You have the
Chair
height
for
and the
Wonder Woman,
looks.
people.
Thank you.
I think
Yeah.
you do really well.
I'm pushing it. I'm trying. And the other one I've been hearing is Mass Effect. There's
Oh, yes,
the character
they-
from Mass Effect because
Yes,
somebody
there's
had a
been
picture.
rumor
of
for a
my
while
picture.
that they were
Oh,
working on
really?
that movie.
Yeah, and my picture and the character picture, and we do actually look very, very similar. Well, Joe Lupo and
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And what about you, Neil? Is there any projects that come up or something that you would like to do?
Well, I keep on wanting to look and see in comics. It's like, oh, hey, are they making a comic movie about a nerdy dude with glasses who's skinny and awkward? Oh no,
yeah.
Michael Cera's already got that role.
Well, no, I mean they are casting, or I think they did cast for the new Spider-Man as well. They did a complete reboot on that series where they got rid of Topher Grace and all the cast and crew, and we're doing it. And I'm looking at you now. I could see you as a college level Peter Parker.
I would totally want to do that. That would be so fun. That would be awesome.
Spider-Man and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
There we go.
When you take off your shirt, you're gonna have bulging muscles, so you know that, right?
Yeah.
That's the
I'll
secret.
paint them on.
If they can paint them on,
Yeah, they could do anything, you know.
They can make Topher Grace look buff. They can make.
I'm
him
just
look
saying, because like, isn't that the thing with Spider-Man? Is like he looks very, very sort of, you know,
And then you're
not
just like,
threatening,
what?
and then he takes off his shirt and he's like, just like if the Wonder Woman, if she takes off her shirt, she's got huge boobs. That's the same thing with me. It's
Her melons
crazy.
go bang.
I
I just wanted to use the word melons for some reason. I don't know. It's like, hey, what's up? I'm from the 80s.
melons.
Well, Fargo now has balls. So is he gonna?
Yeah.
I like that. I really, really like that.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? That they changed your
Oh, it was so
your
good.
role?
For a while there, it was getting to be kind of like a clown show where I was like,
Yeah, you were the.
why am I doing this? Like, I'm like,
Why am I so fumbly?
yeah, like, literally, the town will die if I do not give them this piece of thing, but I don't want to, you know, I don't know, I was just getting really frustrated, and then they just sort of...
But they just decided that? You didn't like mention, hey, you know?
No, they just
give me a
we
better
have new showrunners this season, and
yeah.
like a whole new, like, sort of everything from the top has kind of changed and going...
Yeah, I like the whole, you know, different, everybody's different now, you
Yeah,
know?
everything's sort of reinvigorated, and
Yeah.
yeah, they're actually sort of making me a person rather than a...
Right,
You know, like...
yeah, that's
the...
You're the clown.
Instead of just Fargo, the butt of the joke.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
There was a conversation, I think, between the writers when they first went in the writing room with the new writing staff of who they'd like to see more of and what changes they'd like to see. And our two characters actually were the two that were mentioned. So, and
Yeah.
I think you can totally see that. There was one they'd like to see, thankfully, more of my character, which was really, really wonderful. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, just, you know, give them a little...
You gotta give the arm pump.
Right.
Yeah, the arm pump, yeah, that's true, because I guess
And-
that's a fist pump.
And a
that's
little
arm
less
pump.
fumbly Fargo. So.
Yeah, and
Because you're still funny and you're still fumbly, but it's like, it's, you know, it's not
there's a fine
it's not
line
as
between
clownish,
like,
it's
yeah,
like a
you know,
bit
being
more-
fumbly and just being like, he should be in jail. You know, like,
He's
that's
doing
just...
There's
stupid.
been a couple
Why is
episodes
he
where
in
I've
your
seen you
makeup?
do some things, and I'm like, why didn't they lock him up for that? Or
Yeah,
just, you know,
like,
you know,
the
when are they
town
gonna
would
throw the host
literally
party
have
for Fargo?
exploded if he did not give them the, like, I can't even remember. There's one episode that in particular where I was like, I think maybe Fargo has to have some sort of mental problem. Like, he's maybe, like, I don't know, but...
He's an evil Fargo.
What was it? The flux capacitor or something like that. It was, and
Oh,
we
the
were like,
time machine. Yeah, the time bubbles. I do remember that.
yeah, there was one, and like we just needed this one piece to make everything work out. I think it was actually to make the boson cloud exciter
And you
work, or
wouldn't
something
give it-
like
I remember
that.
that.
And yeah, and like I wouldn't get it, and it was like, what, personal property, and something like that. And it's like, really, really?
The whole
We're
town
going
and
there?
world is gonna die.
But,
just take it out
yeah,
of your back
I
pocket.
need my flux capacitor right here. You know.
No, I think the evolution of your character in the show, and as well as yours, and the showing it, the fans really have had an outpour and saying, "Hey, we want to see these guys, and we want to see them less as characters and more as people."
Yeah.
And you guys really have evolved in the show, and the show's been, like I said, it's going on for 5 years. You're wrapping up season 4. You already got season 5 signed up. Where is this going to end? Is there going to be a Eureka movie?
Oh, that would
That'd
be
be
cool.
rad. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, that would be a fun one too. That would be a
I think
fun
we've been
thing to
talking
do a
about that for 3
crossover
years.
with. Like that would be a good one. Like if they got like the Eureka warehouse crossover in a movie,
Oh, that'd be interesting.
because then, you know, we could get all of us into it. That would be rad. Or just
We
the
don't have
movie.
enough cast members on the
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
I think you should do a Halloween episode, and you could dress up as Spider-Man, and you could be Wonder
There we
Woman.
go.
That's a
That
good
could be
idea.
your way
Yes.
of
That's a good
kind of
idea.
putting the image out there as dressing up as the characters in the show.
Well, you know, maybe next year we got a Christmas episode coming up this year, so maybe next year we can make a Halloween episode.
We actually could because we're,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
tell them you want a Halloween episode, and
Yeah.
you want to be Spider-Man and
There's so
Wonder
many
Woman.
episode ideas that they've got. Like that's the thing that's so amazing about our show is there's no borders. There's no, you know, there's no show you can't make in Eureka. You know, you can do anything. There's
Well, I think
endless
that's
ideas.
part of the greatness of the show is you're in this little town filled with geniuses that can make anything, so why not be able to do anything
can do
in the
anything.
show? There's really, and I mean, with all the conflicts and everything, it hasn't gotten boring. Every conflict that comes up is always something new, something completely different.
Yep.
Sometimes it's all the way up here horrid, and sometimes it's just right down here where it's like, okay, that's minorly annoying, but
But very
no matter
amusing.
what way, it's all really, really very creative and really well done. And I think the series is going to keep going. We got to wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. It's been a privilege and a pleasure speaking to you. You guys have been great. Thank you for joining us on That Sci-Fi Show.
Thank you.